Hi, thanks for tuning in. So in my other videos, I've given you some examples of social stories. And now in today's video, I want to give you 3 pieces of information about social stories to help you understand a little bit more about why they are written in the way that they are written. Okay, but first let's just have a little recap about what I've already been talking about with you. So, as you will definitely remember, the purpose of social stories is to share accurate information meaningfully and safely. And a common misconception is that social stories are to change the behaviour of a child. However, if we have this goal in our minds, then we are likely to focus on telling the child what to do, and chances are they've already been told what to do many times. So instead, what we want to do is focus on the underlying causes of frustration and misinformation, so to give more information and explain things better. And in this way, any improvement or change in behaviour will then be as a result of an improved understanding of events and expectations. Okay, so let's see how we do that. The first point is that social stories are written from a first or third person perspective. So the social story model describes events as though the audience, the child, is describing the situation, event or concept. So this means that a story will contain first person sentences, and those are sentences that use words such as I, me or mine. And the social story will also contain third person sentences, and these are sentences which contain the words they, them, she or he. Okay, so let me give you a couple of examples. So in the story My Toys, this uses first person sentences. We've got my toys belong to me. They are mine. Sometimes I bring a toy that is mine to nursery. Okay, so that's first person. A third person sentence, here's an example in an idea about change. And the example is, for many people, changing from one day to a new day is easy. People go to bed at night and wake up in the morning. They know where they will be and what they will do in the day. Okay, so that's the first person and third person sentences. And it's all about describing the situation from the perspective of our audience, which that brings me on to my second point. We must not presume or guess the perspective of the audience. So we just need to stick to the facts. So when we're creating a social story, we've just got to be really careful not to put words into the mouth of the audience, or to presume or to make some sort of uninformed guess about what their perspective might be. So for example, something like, I like to eat my lunch at nursery is basically presumptuous, and of course it's potentially inaccurate. So here's another couple of examples. We could talk about in the Toy Story. It says, we could think that when I play with my toys and I share them with somebody else, this makes me happy. Well, it might not. So that's presumptuous and potentially inaccurate. So what we say instead is, I can play with my toys, or I can share them with someone. Okay. The other one, other example I've got for you is, I like coming to nursery. Well, again, presumptuous, isn't it? So what I've gone with is, I come to the Little Green Frog nursery. Okay, so we mustn't presume. And then the final and third and final point for today is that we must always use a positive and patient tone. So we've already thought about how social stories will safeguard the self-esteem of our audience. So we don't want to use sentences such as, I have difficulty listening to grown-ups, or sometimes I get frustrated and hit people. So instead, what we would want to do is describe those sort of negative behaviours in really general terms without pointing a finger at anybody. So such as all people get angry and frustrated sometimes, but with practice, they can learn safe ways to show their emotions. Okay, so this maintains a positive tone even though we might be thinking about a negative topic. Okay, that is all for today. I hope you found it useful. Next time I'll be talking to you about the pictures that we might use in social stories. Okay, thank you very much for watching. See you soon. Bye.